Sorry about Berserk Volume 19 being a little bit late this week, Chibits. The reason why is because I've been reading The Breaker for the past day and a half, and so I really wanted to catch up on that on Part 1 before, I read Volume 19 of Berserk. Now, let's get into the actual gritty details of this volume. I just finished it, and I'm going to tell you right now, I really, really want to read Volume 20 right now. I really want to read the next volume, like, after I'm done with this video. But I want to read The Breaker also, so I'm very conflicted at the moment. But this volume, damn. That's all I'm going to say. Look at this awesome sick-ass cover. You gotta love that sick-ass cover. I love the freaking, I just realized the symbolism actually in this cover. Since they're technically trying to make a fake eclipse, this entire cover has a lot of symbolism in it, because you see the red moon, like a crescent moon, like blood and stuff, and then you have, guts in front of it, like he's trying to go against the eclipse. A lot of meaning in that cover. I didn't realize it. I just realized that. Damn. That's pretty cool. Anyways, this volume, we got a lot of stuff to cover in this volume. Actually, a lot of shit goes down. So, I just want to start off right off the bat, and I'm going to just put this on the record. I hate Nina. I fucking hate her. I'm just going to say it right now. I can't stand her character. Nina, the little blonde prostitute girl, freaking trying to turn Casca in, like, oh, she's a fucking witch. Oh, you peeling my fucking thumbnail off. I want to turn my friend in, and I'm just going to, throw them up for slaughter to save my ass for one night. Oh my god. I can't stand Nina. I can't stand her. I don't like her. I don't. Her personality is just shit. She is a coward, she's selfish, and even though she has a friend like Luca, a prostitute like Luca, that looks out for everybody, that's actually something I want to get into. I didn't talk about much of that in my last volume review, and I want to talk more about Luca and Nina, now that it's more apparent and more important in this, arc that I can currently see. So, Luca as a character, from getting the grasp over from the last volume and this volume, Luca is a character that cares about everybody around her. She cares about everybody. She wants to make sure that no suspicion comes on her, like no negative emotions or feelings like jealousy come towards her or her friends, and so she will actually give out, money. Like, let's say she earns $100. She will gladly give out separately equal exchanges to everybody around her in that $100 to make sure there's no jealousy among everybody around her. And so Luca is a really kind and compassionate person, as I can see. She doesn't force someone like Casca that has no sanity at the moment to actually be a prostitute, and she also is caring for Casca at the exchange of probably nothing. She doesn't expect Casca to help her at all, but she's helping out Casca because she wants to. And right there just shows you how good of a character and personality she has, and honestly, it's vastly different compared to someone like Nina that's also hanging around her, even though she knows how Luca is and trying to look after everybody and what, type of, ideology that Luca has. Nina's going against it and just downright being fucking selfish and doesn't care, and just, it makes me so fucking mad. This entire volume, okay? Nina just taking Casca out of the fucking tent, starting these entire chain of events of the goat demon almost raping Casca in this volume, into the entire events of how Nina was about to give up Casca in the torture chamber and to get her killed, pretty much, for her own life for one night. So her personality is trash at the moment. I don't know if she's going to have some form of redemption in this arc. I don't know if she's going to die, but she's on my shit list. She is definitely on my shit list after this volume, because I don't like characters like that, that's willing to just sell off their friends like that. So, besides that entire bit, Luca seems to have some form of importance in this arc. Like I said, she has a connection to one of the Holy See soldiers, Jerome, I think that's his name. She has a connection with this soldier, and she actually was able to sneak in Guts, the Black Swordsman, and Isidro and Puck inside of the Tower of Conviction to save Casca, because she had her connections as a prostitute. So right there, it just shows you that she's very important to the overall arc, but I wonder exactly what Kentaro is actually going to do with her character. I mean, Isidro, there's a lot of mystery I have around him, and I am actually going to talk about him in just a second, but Luca, I am still trying to grasp what type of importance, overall importance, will she have on the weight of this arc when it's all said and done. Now, getting on to the factor of Isidro. His character's been in the series now for about 3 volumes now, and now I'm slightly getting a grasp on his character. From what I see is he's trying to become, even though he doesn't want to admit it, he's trying to become an apprentice of Guts. And this right now, this brings up a very interesting topic, and it has me kind of intrigued. As I said in my last volume review, I'm scared that Isidro is going to die with this fake eclipse. Since they're trying to reenact the eclipse, I was scared that, Isidro is going to be killed and offered as a sacrifice. Because as we know, anyone that gets close to Guts gets fucking sacrificed, or some shit goes down. It's been hinted at, it's been shown, it's just stuff like that happens. So I'm scared that someone like Isidro that's trying to be an apprentice of Guts is probably going to acknowledge him, and he is going to die. But, I will say this right now. If Isidro does live, I'm very interested to see exactly where the series will go if Isidro does become Guts' apprentice. Because it'll definitely change Guts' personality if he has someone besides Casca around, or even Puck. And that actually brings into something very interesting about this volume. It shows progression with Guts, actually. Guts was willing to let Isidro watch over Casca. For instance, in the middle of the cave, when Guts came in and saved Casca from about to be getting raped by this freaking goat demon. Oh my god, that fucking... Did you see that serpent-ass dick? Dude, that is fucked up, man. Like, seriously, what would go into someone's mind to draw? Like, Kintaro, why would you draw a fucking dick slithering up Casca's shirt? Just, like, the fuck, man. Okay, but anyways, thank God Guts cut that dick off, okay? Seriously, that dick needed to come off. It definitely did. And Guts came in here like a fucking whirlwind and just like a wrecking ball and just cut the fucking demons up. Cut these, like, zombie-possessed dudes that are doing their freaking unholy ritual. And Guts fights this goat demon. Now, this actually, I want to say before I get further into the goat demon and Guts, like I said, Isidro. It shows connection and actual development with Guts for him to actually tell Isidro, yes, watch over Casca, I'll leave it to you. And that just shows you that Guts is progressing as a person. He's willing to trust people again, which has me worried. Because, I mean, when Guts started trusting people, he opened up too much, and then he got burnt by Griffith and stuff like that, all the stuff that happened. And so, if he gets too close to Isidro, I'm fearful he's going to die. But anyways, moving on to the goat demon of this volume. The goat demon. At first, in the last volume, I thought that dude, the goat demon, actually was already a demon, but no. It's revealed in this volume that the goat demon was actually a human wearing a goat's head. And the thing is this dude that's wearing this goat hat, or goat corpse hat, whatever you want to fucking call it, he gets turned into a demon. Now, I don't know what this creature is, but there's clearly a creature that's been watching all sorts of people around this, Tower of Conviction for multiple volumes now. I've been noticing it. At first, like I said in my last volume, I thought it was, Guts' child and Casca's child. But it can't be, because Guts and Casca's child has only one eye. Now, we have seen how it looks before. And this creature supposedly has two eyes. And in this volume, we actually get the bodily shape of this creature. This creature looks like an egg type shape. It kind of looks like a fucking frog, the way like I saw the legs of it. And at the end of this volume, actually, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, right here. At the end of this volume, see, it looks like a fucking spider frog egg thing. Spider frog egg. And you see, like, it's looking down here with its eyes. So, a lot of questions I have about this creature right now. But clearly, it's not, Guts and Casca's child, and this demon is roaming around. It clearly turned that goat demon, or that goat guy, into a demon to fight Guts. And this demon also actually caused Casca to get caught. Casca and Nina to get caught in this volume and get thrown into the prison, to which in turn led to Nina giving up Casca to go to the torture chamber. So, this creature is starting the entire chain of events. Now, what is this creature and what type of connection does it have? Most likely, it is an apostle of the God Hand, but I'm curious exactly what type of role is it playing in this arc. Now, I want to get into something I noticed with this volume that actually shocked me. It was very subtle, but I noticed the symbolism in something that actually fucking took me aback. I'm like, oh my god. As I said, I think in Volume 17, I think I said in Volume 17 or it was Volume 16, I said the entire dialogue, like the White Hawk, like, the symbol of the Holy See, I talked about that. I think it's Volume 17. I talked about how the Holy See was worshipping, the idea of evil. I talked about that. Well, in this volume, we see these people that are heretics, as they're called in this volume, that, is worshipping this goat demon, and, how we saw one of the God Hand appear. Well, you see how they have one of these, like, you know, signs of worship. Like, you know how each different religion has their own different thing they worship? Like how the Holy See has this, like, white hawk stapled with, like, serpents going around it and all that to its legs. Well, in this, we actually see an exact same symbol that the Holy See has, except the heretics are worshiping something that is looking like a raven, like a black raven. And it's the same exact symbol as the Holy See, except it's not a hawk, or like a white hawk, it is a black raven. And instantly that makes me think, wait a minute, black raven. What looks like a black raven? Griffith. Griffith at the end of Volume 13, I remember, he is covered in black and he looks like a black raven. Even though he's, you know, the Band of Hawks leader, he still looks like a black raven. I think they also mentioned a black raven in Volume 13. I think I remember that. I don't know, but I think I remember that exact dialogue. But either way, so once again, it proves my point that these religions, like the heretics and the Holy See, they have been made by the idea of evil to set up these future events for this fake eclipse for hundreds of years. It clearly shows, because the symbols are way too vastly close, like completely opposites, and just too much correlation with Griffith. And as I said in my last volume review, they're trying to make a god hand born again in the physical realm, so Griffith is definitely going to be trying to come back. And so, this entire setup of these two religions being way too similar to Griffith, it just shows you that they're worshiping the idea of evil. These two religions are, pretty much. They may be worshiping two different gods, but they're still worshiping the same god in essence. So it's pretty fucked up if you think about it in that entire aspect. Now, getting back onto the fact of religion, there's one thing I want to talk about. Mosgus. At the end of this volume, let me actually find exactly what he says. Let's see. Now is the time for our faith to be tested. Repent thou dead. Faith demands our all. And so, pretty much, Mosgus is blinded by faith. He believes that his faith is going to protect him from this black slime that was introduced, like, towards the end of this volume. So, I want to mention the religion part. Clearly, once again, we're seeing realistic terms of religion. I have seen this element of religion a lot in movies, books, stories, all sorts of stuff before. When people are blinded by faith, usually shit goes down and something very bad happens. Because Mosgus at the moment believes that just believing in the Lord, or his God that he believes in, is going to actually save him from this black slime. And right there, I like the entire essence of how, once again, we're seeing realistic terms of religion. And you see the demon, like I said, the frog-shaped egg demon pop up at the end of the volume above Mosgus. So maybe this demon could do something to save Mosgus and everybody. I don't know. But clearly, once again, we're seeing how people are blinded by faith. Like the soldiers that Guts fought in this volume, they were thinking that they were like almost angels pretty much. Like you had some of the people, like, you know, the prostitute Luca say to these nuts that were coming to prosecute them and take them to the torture chamber, do you think yourself as angels, like God's angels or something? Do you think you're higher beings? And clearly it shows that these soldiers and everybody working for the Holy See are blinded by faith and think that everything they do is absolute. They are correct no matter what. Like they are perfect. And that is not good. And so I like the aspect, once again, how religion is just being really betrayed as realistic. It's fucking scary. So, getting onto that entire bit with the soldiers, Guts comes in at the beginning of this volume and he wrecks face. Oh my god. Guts kicks absolute ass in this volume. He comes in out of nowhere when, you know, they're about to drag off Luca and Nina. You see Guts come in and slice these fucking horsemen in half, like 4 horsemen with 4 swings. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I mean, like, you gotta go figure. This guy, Guts, he's been fighting demon after demon after fucking demon. Of course, you'll get monstrous strength if you're swinging around a sword that fucking large. I mean, horsemen look like freaking little bugs or fodder to you compared to fighting demons. And so, it's unbelievable how freaking strong Guts is compared to regular humans now. I mean, it's such a massive difference compared to him when he fought Zod, I think in volume 6 or 7, to compare to now. It is just unbelievable how strong Guts is now. I mean, unbelievable. Anyways, past that entire point, I do want to talk about something that happened in this chapter. Now, I think the dude's name is called Serpico. I think that's how you say his name, Serpico. Serpico. I'm going to call him Serpico, okay? Serpico is the actual, hand, or the, like, servant of Farnese. Farnese, that was, the Holy Sea's leader, he is the servant. And as we found out in the last volume, I don't think I covered much of it, Serpico's mother was burnt at the stake because of Farnese. And so there's a massive connection in the past between Serpico and Farnese in the past. And so it seems like something else is going on here, because Serpico is actually willing to fight someone like Guts to help out Farnese that is being driven by insanity, because she wants to silence Guts, because he knows exactly what, she did a couple volumes back when she was about to have sex with Guts. Remember that? So, that entire moment, Serpico actually willing to protect someone that killed his mother, from what we see, like the hints at it, has me kind of intrigued of why he would be willing to go that far. Now, one thing I will say, Serpico actually surprised me in this volume. I mean, we saw a glimpse of his strength a couple volumes back when he took a shot at Guts. But in this, Serpico reveals something very, very scary. He is not as physically strong as Guts, where he can manhandle fucking horsemen with his giant-ass sword, but he is very intelligent. From what was done in this volume, Serpico reveals that he is very intelligent. He's extremely intelligent, where he thinks ahead, and he looks at every single situation and advantage he can use against an opponent. Like, for instance, he waited till Guts got on this cliff to where his good hand was up against a cliff. He couldn't use his big-ass sword since he was on a little ledge, and he was restrained with his bad hand, and he couldn't really fight back against Serpico. So it shows you right there that this dude is very intelligent, willing to use any obstacle to win a fight. He even stated to Guts, like, if he was to fight Guts fairly, he has certainty that he would lose. So it just shows you he's willing to acknowledge that he would be defeated by someone like Guts if he was to fight fairly. And that right there is just very fucking scary. Very scary. And he also managed to pickpocket Guts, one of Guts' bombs, and Guts didn't even realize it. So yeah, once again, another scary factor about this dude. So this guy is going to be extremely dangerous. I sense a lot of danger from this dude later down the road. Now, overall, I guess this is going to conclude my Volume 19 review of Berserk. So, tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this volume review. How'd you feel about this volume? Let me know. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.